Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't been posting any current content lately, but I've just been going through a lot in my life. I contracted something at work from a sick patient whom I was caring for. My boyfriend convinced me to try NyQuil so I could feel better and enjoy his, quote, surprise. People I know trust the power of NyQuil to get them over being sick. It did not work that great for me, and it tasted awful.
And I'm losing my edge, bro. I used to be able to grow in the depth with it, and now I'm like, oh, I gotta learn this new thing. What?
But ultimately, I needed rest. I tested negative the next day. The stress and anxiety of my job continues to test my immune system and my mental health. It won a few battles, but it won't win the war. Hey guys, so I haven't been really posting. I'm kind of like dreading making this video, but I felt like I needed to say something. I had like 2 videos and 2 shorts that were like basically scheduled, and I really liked them and I really like put my heart into that, but basically, long story short, like I couldn't post them anymore, which really sucks. And I've just been in like a really shitty place in the last month. My job has been so stressful. I currently am at a hospital, but the reason that it is stressful is that it's obviously it's a new job, so that's already added stress. I love the people I work with, and that's what's getting me through it, but the issue that I'm having is that I could possibly float, and I really don't want to do that. Like, I'm not a medsurg nurse, I'm not a PCU nurse, like that's not who I am, you know. And during orientation, I actually floated with my preceptor, and that was probably one of the worst experiences as a nurse I've ever had to go through. It was awful. We had like 7 patients. I took 4 and she took 3. And it was just like so awful. Like, it was rapid like discharge admission. These patients they didn't need to be in the unit that they were in, basically. It was unsafe. It really made me like stressed out because like nursing is like such a liability. Like, when you're a nurse, your license is tested every single day, and I don't want to be where I am right now. I had an opportunity to you know, do something outside of Bedside, but I didn't take it because I didn't feel support from like my family. And in the Asian culture, like, you always somehow are thinking about your family. You're always somehow thinking about like, oh, like, are they gonna be happy about this? Do I have support from them? Like, you always put your wants and desires before your family, and it's just something that I've struggled with. And I know a lot of like Asian kids, Asian first generations have like struggled with as well. I like told my family like, look, like, I'm really stressed out here, like I really don't like it, blah blah blah, and like it was basically met with deal with it. And I even had one of my families tell me that like, even if they give you 10 or 11 patients, you should just like basically suffer through it. Like, you shouldn't be complaining because your parents worked for like 20-30 years and they dealt with it. And it just sucks because I wish I had that support, because I'm like at such a horrible place in my life, and I feel like, you know, it's just not something I want to do. I think about work every single day, even on my day off, and that's obviously not healthy. You know, like, who wants to think about like being a nurse on your day off? Like, nursing has gotten just so unsafe over the years, it's not even funny. And to live with this stress like day in and day out, like, I don't know about you guys, like if you're a nursing student or like a veteran nurse or a new nurse, like write down in the comments and like, am I the only one who feels this way? Because like, I honestly, like, I'm trying to get out of Bedside, but like every time I'm on Indeed, it's all Bedside jobs. And it just sucks, like, you know, because I know that I've been trying to apply for remote jobs as well, because I just want to get out of Bedside. Like, I think I've done it for like 9 years and I just don't want to do it anymore. Like, this is something that like I don't want to do. Like, my heart's not in it. I don't like to be talked down to by doctors who like have a fucking ego. I don't want to like deal with ungrateful patients or family members who think they're above you because you're a nurse, which is basically someone they look down on. I don't know, I don't want to do my job anymore, you know, like, and it's a rewarding job, but like I just felt like after the pandemic, it just was like everyone started leaving Bedside, and now the people who are still left at Bedside are stuck with these high ratios, these unsafe ratios, and it sucks. It's like, it takes the like fun out of work, because there was a time where I did enjoy going to work and I loved my coworkers and it was a great place, but like now it's like I am in such a dark place about my career. Like, I just pray every day and I just don't know what to do. Obviously, I'm grateful to have a job, to have a paycheck, to be in a position where I don't necessarily have to work, but life isn't about being miserable, you know? Like, life is something that you want to experience and love, and it's just awful when you have like no support from your family, and it just like feels like you're in a hard place where you want to do things for yourself and like be happy, but still you're still trying to please that Asian hierarchy. I still think in the back of my head, like, would my mom and dad be happy about this? Would my mom and dad support me in this? Would my mom and dad be like disappointed? You know, it's ever since like school, ever since like my academic days, like just wanting to like please them and get good grades and go to a great college. And I'm sorry, but like, I'm not the Asian success story. Like, I didn't get into an Ivy League. I didn't get to my dream school. I still went into a really great school. Like, I went to Rollins, which is a really great school. It's a liberal arts school. I, you know, got my bachelor's in nursing, but like, I still feel like a disappointment, you know? I don't want to make these type of videos where like I'm sad and upset, because like I feel like people will go on YouTube to escape their circumstances. I just felt like I like needed to vent, and that's another thing is like I'm always careful about like venting my issues to like my friends, my family, or my boyfriend, because it's like they all have things going on in their life too, and you have to be considerate about you know, emotionally dumping on people, because you know, people can only take so much, and who also wants to talk to someone who's always complaining? Like, I don't want to talk to someone like that. But I am really grateful for like my boyfriend and my friends who support me and listen to what I have to say, you know. I'm actually gonna drop off my car for an oil change right now, but I'm gonna hang out with one of my really good friends, Ria, who you've seen in our 818 review as well as our Met Gala review. I love paying for gas when my gas tank is almost at empty. I love it, love it, yeah. Do you guys ever get that feeling when you're like driving in a place where you haven't driven before and like all the memories hit you? It's like crazy. I'm like kind of like by the area where I used to go to high school, so it's like all these like memories of like high school and stuff, so it's like weird. Ugh. God, it's so nostalgic right now, honey. I love being behind someone who drives so fucking slow.
Jamie, have you checked your blind spot?
Yeah,
Why isn't it going?
Because the handbrake is still on.
Yeah.
Well, take the fucking handbrake off. I
Jen,
told
you're
you to
the
take it off
driver.
before I get in. It's annoying.
So basically I need to get 2 tires and an oil change, so that should be just under $1,000. Fun times. I work 12-hour shifts at the hospital from Thursday to Saturday. On Sunday and Wednesday, I always water the orchids. Orchids are timeless flowers that are temperamental but also undeniably beautiful. I used to hate watering the plants, but now I find the task to be extremely therapeutic. People who don't know about orchids think once they bloom, they die. Not true. They just take longer than other flowers to grow, have buds, and then bloom. You have to nurture them, water them, and they will bloom over and over again. You just have to be patient. It feels like this is a metaphor for my current life situation. I know that I am in my no buds and no blooming era, but I know in time I will bloom once again. I may not have any buds or blooms at this moment, but a lot is happening underneath the soil. I know I want to remove myself from the narrative of being a full-time bedside nurse. That is a fact and a necessity. I don't know when that will officially happen, but I am taking necessary steps to make sure it does within the year. Bedside nurses always put the patient above all else. We are taught the patient is the priority, but we forget to make ourselves, the nurse, a priority when it matters. We tell ourselves, I am so busy right now, I can't take my lunch, or I am so busy, I can't go to the restroom and I just have to hold it. We tell ourselves, oh, the doctor is having a bad day, that is why he snapped at me, it's fine. We tell ourselves the patient/family member is going through a lot medically. That is why they take their anger and frustration out on me. I'll turn the other cheek. Well, I am tired of making excuses, and I am also tired of telling myself, keep pushing on, big things are on the horizon, as a daily work mantra to get me through the day. I want to bloom and enter my next era of success. Are you ready for it, honey? Because I sure as hell am.